Hello! Today we're going to cover belly dance twists, all different kinds of twists that you'll see in belly dance. Basically to work your obliques primarily. It does work other muscles, works your back muscles, your abdominal muscles, of course your legs. Really good for your waistline, as well as a lot of fun to do, a lot of fun to learn, and then you'll have some extra moves to use on the dance floor too. But first we're going to go over some belly dance posture. So you want to work on tucking under your pelvis, engaging your abs by tucking under. You don't want to overdo it with the tuck like this, and you want to avoid letting your abs come out like this. You want to be somewhere in the middle, nice, comfortable, with the abs engaged. And the rib cage is lifted. The shoulder blades are back against the spine as much as possible. And you're trying to keep your shoulders out of your ears. You don't want to be up like this. You want to have your shoulder blades down and back like that. So that's your belly dance posture. Let's just go over little tucks, because as we're doing different technique classes, this pelvic tuck is going to be pretty important. And then the rib cage lifts. Okay, great. So we're just going to stretch first. We're going to bring your arms up to the ceiling, elongate your spine, really get a good stretch out of your spine. We're going to put your hands behind your head, open up your upper back and your rib cage, and we're just going to side bend just to get your core stretched out a little bit before we do these moves. Okay, great. So let's start with a twist. We have twist. So you're keeping your hips level, horizontal. They're not moving up and down this way. They're moving horizontally, a twist. Twist, twist. And you should feel this in your waistline. Should feel pretty good. Like it's stretching out your back a little bit, working your obliques. Good. So that's a twist. We're going to make it small and fast, and then you have a hip twist shimmy. This is a fun move to do. And with my hip twist shimmy, I'm just going to bend my knees and lower it down a little bit. I'm going to straighten, come up on my toes. Just having a little fun with the hip twist shimmy. I'm going to walk it around. Keep your twist going, working your obliques. Hi, puppy. Okay, great. Okay, so now we're going to do some variations on the twist. We're going to take your right hip, twist it forward. Now, when you're first learning this, you want to use your leg to help you a little bit. Having your heel off the floor lifts the hip and gives you a little bit more advantage to moving that hip forward. As you get stronger and more mobile with this, and more flexibility in your core, your stomach muscles get stronger, then you can do it flat-footed, which is actually more challenging. So that right hip is twisting forward. And I'm going to use that momentum and pivot around as I'm twisting forward with that right hip. And you can do some variations, little lean back with your twist. And of course, you can vary the speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great, okay. Let's just even out your hips. And we're gonna go over to the left side. Twist forward, forward, forward. I'm going to bring it around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With our little lean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and around. Great, and those are your forward twists. And you can have a lot of fun, a lot of different variations with these. You can walk them. Let me just walk back a little bit. So you can take your forward hip twists and walk them forward and walk them back. Good. And we got our shimmy. I like to use a hip twist shimmy just to kind of reset the spine and even things out. You okay, puppy? Okay, let's do another stretch. Up, hands behind the head. Open up your chest and rib cage. Little side bend to each side. We're going to clasp your hands behind your back just to stretch the shoulders, and again, get that rib cage lifted, elongate the spine. What you don't want to ever do, well, anytime, but especially when you're belly dancing or dancing, you don't want to cave in on yourself. Okay, it looks terrible. Plus, it's not good for your spine. It's not good for your shoulders. Not good for your abs. So you want to be rib cage lifted, abs engaged, tucked under, and this is a much nicer look. So now we have our back twists. So with the right hip, what I'm going to do is start with it twisted forward, and then it's kind of like throwing it or dropping it back, and it looks like a back twist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and again, you can stylize this, kind of lean into it. And now I'm going to pivot back with it. So I'm using the momentum of my hip to pivot me around back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do the left side. So you're going to twist it forward and let it drop back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to bring it around back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. So far you've learned 5 hip moves, all involving twists. You got your symmetrical twists that turn into a hip twist shimmy. You got your forward twist on the right, your forward twist on the left, back twist on the right, back twist on the left. So there's a lot you can do with those different moves. Now we're going to do something, I like this move because it feels really good on my spine and it feels like it's really working my abs. It's like a counter rotation. So as the right hip is twisting forward, I'm going to pivot backwards. So you have that little counter rotation. It's a much more dramatic looking move, and you really feel like it's working your obliques in here. Let's try that on the other side. So it's a left hip forward rotation as you pivot back. 3, 4, 5. Great. And of course you could do that in the opposite directions. So the right hip pivot, twisting back, and you can pivot forward, getting that counter rotation. And left hip, back twist, forward pivot. Okay, so just to wrap things up with these hip twists, let's go over everything that we did. We got I call these symmetrical twists. You're just twisting the hips right and left into a hip twist shimmy. And once you feel comfortable with your hip twist shimmy, you can try walking it. When I was first learning belly dance, probably about 15, 16 years ago now, I got my shimmy going and I took really baby steps and really try to focus on keeping your hips separate from your feet, and that helps. And then you can walk it back, your hip twist shimmy, and you can feel this is really working your obliques. Okay, we got the forward right hip twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with a lean back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and around. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward hip twist on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leaning back to stylize it. 4, 5, and around. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have our back twists. Right side, back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stylize it. I'm going to lean back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and around. Other side, back twist on the left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. I'll let you out in a minute. And around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to let my doggy out. Okay, sweetie. Okay. Last time is the counter rotation. Right hip pivots forward. You're going to pivot back. Other side. And counter rotation with the back hip twist. And other side. Back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. So now that you had a really good oblique, short little oblique workout there, let's stretch them out. Arms up again. Elongate, extend your spine. Hands behind the head. Open up your rib cage and chest. Stretch. We're going to side bend. And side bend. And we're going to do a little hip and side stretch. You're going to cross one foot in front of the other. Take the hips, slide them to the side of the leg that's in front. So I'm side gliding to my right. So you get a little hip stretch here. Bring that arm over, getting a hip and a side stretch. Other way. I'm putting my left leg in front, crossing it. Side glide the hips to the left. Stretch over, and you're getting a outer hip as well as a side stretch. Great. Just go over our belly dance posture. Tuck, lift, shoulder blades back and down. Great. So continue to follow me with more technique classes, and once I get most of the technique uploaded, we're gonna put it together to some music and have cute little choreography dances. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day.